Hey, what's up, guys? Let's do an audio check. Hello. I'm not seeing it moving. Ugh, we got a storm going on outside, and my audio is being kind of weird. Let me get in here. Let me see what's up. Is it working now? Well, it looks like it's working now. Okay. Yeah, so we got a windstorm going on, so I might have to shut the window here soon. But yeah, welcome to the Monday night live stream Q&A. We're actually going to be doing the veterans giveaway today. I didn't have it in the title, so I apologize for that. I don't know. Can I add it now? I guess I can. Yeah, I guess I can. Veterans oral giveaway. Forgot to add that. My bad. And that should update here. You guys can go to start putting your questions in if you want. They can be reef related, non-reef related. Probably going to hang out for about an hour again, depending on the storm and everything else going on. Let me go ahead and update this for the YouTube situation. And there we go. Oh, that should work. All right, let me copy that over. And save changes. Okay. Facebook must schedule 10 minutes. Oh, you know something? I don't care what Facebook says. Okay. You want to be a dick. Okay. Noted. Facebook always gives me a hard time. I don't know what it is, but every time I go to do something on this, it always gives me a hard time. Yep, still doing it. Never mind. I'll have to do it after the stream. Not going to waste time doing that. Oh, you're on time. Yeah. You should be, as you are the admin. Andrea, you should be on time. But yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. We're gonna, again, like I mentioned, we're gonna do the coral giveaway here in probably like 10 minutes or so. But yeah, there's been a lot going on here. It's been a pretty busy week. The 300 is, I guess, done. Yeah, it's done. I'm adding coral to it now. I put about 40 frags into it yesterday. I'm gonna be adding some more throughout the week. And then yeah, I just haven't decided where I'm gonna put everything yet. And yeah, basically just kind of starting over. It's it sucks, not gonna lie. I also went ahead and removed the coral pack, the 15 and the 20 piece from the website. As I mentioned before, I was only going to sell a few more of them before I removed them completely. And I did mention, I think in the live stream yesterday or the day before when I was cleaning the radions, that I needed to remove that pack because it wasn't very, good for long term. Why? So you can check out that stream if you want more information, or if you guys really want to know, I can get into it here. But yeah, so it's been a lot of work. Big Bertha is in the tub and she's doing pretty good. Hand fed her today. Every time I put my hand in there, which I've been in there a lot because I've been cutting up coral and kind of just getting everything situated from breaking down the tank, and she just comes over and just puts her body up against me. I'm like, all right, calm down. Let me shut this window. It's getting really loud. And the cat's cone is gone, so she's super happy too. So she's inside the photo box right now. Just, I don't know why. She just likes being in there. But yeah, so anyway, so she's in the tub, doing pretty good, eating fine, not really messing with any of the colonies, which is, she was messing with all of them in the 300, but she doesn't care about anything in the tub. Just hanging out, picking at the rack, nothing crazy. She seems pretty happy. Now, some of you guys are asking, what am I going to do with her? Well, if she becomes, I guess, like if she shows signs of stress, maybe coloration isn't that great, maybe she stops eating, or maybe she just seems like she's not happy for whatever reason, then I'm going to relocate her to probably the aquarium. It's a high school in Williamsport. They have a couple of these Flamingi tanks in their system already, so that'd be a pretty good place for her to go. But for right now, she seems pretty happy. I still have a connection with this fish, so it's not like I can just get rid of her right away unless there's a real reason. Removing her from the tank obviously was a reason, but getting rid of her altogether is something that I don't want to do at the moment. Again, if she starts showing signs of stress, or she's pale, or she's not eating, or anything crazy, then I will give her up for sure. I'm not going to put her through any kind of stress for my own personal needs. But yeah, she's super friendly. The kids were petting her last week, and yeah, it's super strange, but she's a great fish. So anyways, let me see what we got here. What's up, guys? Yeah, I'm just getting to the comments. Sorry about that. Hey, what's up, guys? Anyone? I beat dinos. Really happy over here. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah. A lot of people are or dealing with dinos lately. I still get that dino identification thing actually is pretty popular. But a lot of people are starting to just realize that, hey, my nutrients suck. And once they kind of realize that, they can take care of most of the dino species. So let's see here. I noticed during your restart of the 300, you power washed your rock. Oh, excuse me, yawning already. Did you worry about mini cycle killing the bacteria that was on the rock? No, I wanted to kill everything on that rock. So now because it was only one of 4 rock structures, and there's so much surface area between all the tanks and everything that's going on, wasn't worried about it at all. I actually let that rock sit out for 24 hours. It got down to like 22 degrees, and I power washed it again in the morning. And so far, I mean, it's in the tank. There hasn't been any issues. There's no algae bloom on it. I haven't noticed anything different with the main display. And it looks to be everything dead on it that was on it is gone. So that's pretty good. Now just hopefully that encrusting Monty doesn't come back. It's like this green, crazy, fast growing encrusting Monty that was doing some damage. But so far it's pretty good. And I have probably 15 frags on it right now. So yeah, looking to definitely add some more. But no, I'm not really worried about it. If it was the only rock in the entire system, then yeah, I might be a little bit worried. But then again, you got to remember a lot of that denitrifying bacteria and that beneficial bacteria is actually living inside the rock to the point where, yeah, maybe the cold weather probably would have gotten to it over time, but just power washing the surface is not going to really negatively affect the overall rock. It is going to kill off the beneficial bacteria that's on the surface. But again, that's that bacteria that we're utilizing for that denitrifying process is actually inside the rock. So I don't know. I wasn't really too worried about it though. How does pH directly affect elk? Elk skyrockets after water changes, and I don't. Okay, let me read that again. Elk skyrockets after a water change, and I don't dose elk. Could it because of my low pH? Yeah, no, that's none of that's correct, Keith. The relationship between pH and alkalinity is basically your pH, the reading that the number that you're getting, and we'll just make this stupid simple. Your pH is based off of your current alkalinity level and how much CO2 is in the system. So if you have really low CO2, through growing macroalgae or, not running a calcium reactor, things like that, having your skimmer pumped outside, pumping in fresh air, all that kind of stuff. Your pH is going to increase, just basically removing the CO2 from the water. That's why we're using the CO2 scrubber, on the skimmers, all that kind of stuff. So, that's really the only relationship between the two, is that your pH numbers will fluctuate based on your alkalinity level and how much CO2 is in the system. Now, you said your elk skyrockets after a water change. Well, that's because the salt that you're using for your water change has high alkalinity compared to what's in the tank. So, you can either find a different salt that doesn't have such a high alkalinity level, or you could just adjust your alkalinity to the point where when you do a water change, it's the same as the salt that you're putting in. You don't dose elk. Could it be the low pH? No. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Let me get through here. My work had a big sale and I snagged an awesome bleeding apple scully. Can't wait to grab it tomorrow. Cool. I wish I was into that kind of stuff. I'm more of a stick guy, but yeah, scullies. Yeah, I mean they look cool. They're just not my forte. I have a 6 line that refuses to eat in quarantine. I have tried every food I can find. Well, it will eat eventually, or it will die. That sounds horrible, right? Hey, could you not do that, cat? We're trying to have nice things, and you're just not cooperating. Get out. Yeah, so when it comes to a fish, if you've tried all the food you can give, and they're still not eating, well, then you just need to wait and see what happens. You can't force feed them or give them a tube or, put them under and feed them. You can't do that. So best thing you can do is entice them with their favorite foods. You can try some kind of garlic extract to kind of get them to eat. But other than that, quarantine is stressful. Copper's stressful. The whole process of being plucked out of the ocean, dropped off from location to location, kicked around, shipped around, all that kind of stuff, pretty stressful. I'd imagine if you were held hostage, I'm going to go off like a weirdo right now. If you're held hostage for days and you finally got home, the first thing you want to do is probably not eat. You probably want to, relax for a little bit, right? So give your fish some time. I am going to murder you if you don't stop doing that. And yes, I'm talking to my cat, just to clarify anything. Could you not scratch me? Because I don't show her enough tension. God forbid I don't pet her for 5 minutes. She starts using my leg as a scratch post, which is... it's not good for long-term success with our relationship. Let's just clarify that now. Anyways, typical female. Okay. Yeah. So I hope that hopefully that answers your question. I don't know if I did, but hopefully I did. What's up, guys? Yes. Do it again. Do it again. I dare you. It's about to be some issues up on this live stream. All right. Are nano protein skimmers worth getting for you guys are I'll catch up to the chat, I promise. Are nano protein skimmers worth getting for gas exchange? I would, or would a simple high powered air pump with would an air stone be enough for gas exchange? Yeah, you can do that. Just make sure that I mean, I would do the air stone first because it's the cheapest method, right? See how you do with that. But then just make sure that the micro bubbles are not getting in the main display because that just sucks. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, don't even get me started, Melanie. Don't even get me started with y'all species. Anyways, I have a 20-gallon tank. Yeah, Mike, just wait. All right, guys, I'm gonna put my cat outside because she is she's not listening and she's still scratching me. Come on. All right, let's go. This was fun. But you're gonna go do something else. Thank you. Come again. All right. Well, enough of that physical abuse to me. Let's go ahead and move on. So yeah, 20 gallons fine. Just do the wooden air stone for now and see what happens. And then if that doesn't work, then you can buy the skimmer if you want. Then again, a lot of those nano skimmers are actually utilizing an air stone in the first place. So just check out what you got going on there. Hey, Travis, question. My Ganis and Zoas are not opening up after upgrading my Flubel Evo 13.5 to a BioCube 32. Could it be because of the move, because they stressed out? NO3 is 1.1. That's kind of low. Have been bringing it up. PO4 is 12. So, yeah, I mean, bring your nitrates up. That's probably what it is. Probably mix of both, actually, being stressed out, moving around, the whole environment, adjusting. And, different flow patterns, different light, just overall changes. Plus your nitrates are a little low. So I would get that up to at least 3 to 5 and then just give it some time. Should be good. Wow. Third week in a row I get to listen to this live. Loving the new stream schedule. Yeah, it's I like the schedule too. It just works out really well, just based on everything I have to do during the day. Now, I didn't go to my second jiu-jitsu class tonight because I had a bunch of stuff to get done, which I still have 3 printers I got to work on tonight. I got to finish cutting coral, and there's just a laundry list of things per usual. But and emails, like so many emails. It's just I woke up this morning. I was like, I'm gonna be motivated today. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna take a shower and I'm going to do my emails. I'm gonna have my coffee and then I'm gonna go train. Well, I got up about 20 minutes before I had to train. I was like, well, I guess I'm just taking a shower today. It didn't work out. Yeah, so sometimes we have good intentions, but it doesn't work out. But either way, I got a lot of emails I got to get going. So, is it worth buying a par meter? Yeah, I mean, yes, if you have, I would say, I don't know how to explain this. If you're buying something like the Senai Reef, which is relatively cheap, then yes. But if you're going to go out and buy one of the really higher end expensive ones, probably not. You probably could get away with just, if you have LED lighting, you can get away with just renting one and getting your par levels and then sending it back in, saving you money. But if you have a bunch of T5s and stuff like that, then yeah, you might want to have one because over time T5s kind of give out, yada, yada, yada. So, it just kind of depends on your setup and your budget and what you feel like doing. But overall, if you're just setting it up for the first time and you don't plan on testing your par because you have a bunch of LEDs, then yeah, I think you can rent one and be fine. But if you just want to spend like $100 on the Senai Reef, which I think it's $100, I don't know, something like that. I might be way off. It's been a long time since I had one, but yeah, it's up to you, man or woman. Oh, yeah. Man, never mind. It is Matthew. This 6 line is probably not going to make it. I tried brine mysis in local fish stores, fresh fish frenzy. Listen, just give it time. Leave the fish alone. Let it have a hiding place. Don't make any changes. Don't add any more food because you're just going to spike the nutrients. Don't make any other changes to the tank. Just leave it alone. Don't even stick your face near it. I don't know if that's a cat on your thing there. Don't let your cats talk to it either. Just leave the fish alone. Because all you're going to do now is you being around it, it's going to stress it out. You sticking your dick ticklers in the tank and freaking messing with its stuff and trying to get it to eat. It's just going to stress it out. You're adding to the problem. So leave it alone. It's either going to make it or it's not. I feel like I'm talking to one of my kids. My bad. And I don't know if you have dick ticklers. I can't tell by the name, but if you do, leave them out of the tank. Anyways, yes, get a par meter. Yeah, listen to Marcus. He knows everything. Does anyone know what a cheap par meter is? Yes, Senai Reef. I know it's subjective. I know it's a subject to tank food, etc. But what's an approximate amount of days until emptying the skimmer cup? First time with a sump and skimmer. Boy, does it stink when you empty it. Yeah. I would say if you look at the side of the cup, if you get more than 2 inches of skimmate, change it. Just because it is going to start to build up and stank and all that kind of stuff. And it depends on what type of skimming you're doing. I mean, wet skimming versus dry skimming, there's a whole bunch of stuff out there on that. We don't really necessarily have to get into the differences too much. But if you do more of a dry skim, you won't have to empty the cup as much. But then again, you're not pulling out as much from the tank. So you got to find a happy balance, a medium, whatever you want to call it. And I would say once or twice a week is pretty common for most people. And just the best thing to do is just add it to a routine that you are already doing with the tank. It's kind of like in that book, Atomic Habits. The best way to kind of build another habit is to attach it to another habit that you're already doing, or have it be a part of another habit. So if you say you reach down into your sump area and grab your fish food every single day. Okay, so every third day, just empty your cup, skimmer cup. Just be like, oh, I'm going to grab the cup today and do that. Or just find another way to incorporate it. Point being, be consistent, and it won't really become an issue. You'll kind of get used to the smell too. Have you tried soaking the food in Seacum? Oh, Jesus. Did I? I just called it that. That's what kind of night I'm having, guys. Have you tried soaking the food in Seachem? Entice? I have not. And you're not even talking to me, but yeah. Okay. And is it worth it if I have one LPS coral? Well, if you're testing your par, I believe you're the person who's asking about that. It's not just because you have one coral. You want to know what your entire tank is rocking for par, right? It sounds like you really want to buy one, and if you're one of those people, you don't need me to convince you to spend your money unless you want to go to fishofhex.com. You can spend all your money there if you want. But if you really want to buy that par meter, just buy like a Senai Reef. That way you have it, you'll feel better. We can end this conversation and, we can move on to other things. All right. It will eat eventually or it will die. I'm crying. Yeah, that happens. All right, Oscar Goniaporia can be sensitive, and it will probably settle assuming your parameters are good. Ganies are also picky with flow, need to adjust flow, but not too much. Yeah. Yep. Yep, you can entice it with garlic. We still talking about that wrasse that's possibly going to die because his fingers keep poking it, or his fingers keep, man. All right, guys, I'm ending the live stream. I'm fucking all my words up tonight. I said C-cum and poking fingers, and man, this is not good. Here, I'm gonna show that one too. Reef and Chill, you're lucky. Is C-cum available on the site? It's fucking about to be, boy. Anyways, I think that's illegal. Just want to clarify. I don't think you can sell your semen online, not legally. I don't know. We're not even going to go down this route. Listen, we've been doing this for 18 minutes. We are not. Let me say it again. We are not going down that rabbit hole right now. Actually, veterans giveaway, baby. Let's do that. Let me go in and pull up the names because we're not going down that route. Give me a second. Give me 30 seconds to get these names out here. All right, veterans pool. We're going to do the random name picker. Name wheel. All right, I'm going to Google that. All right, let me go ahead and get the names in here. And by the way, guys, if you are new to the channel, somebody should Google that. Let's not. So if you're new to the channel and you are a veteran, okay, or even just in the military in general, and you would like to be part of my monthly coral giveaway, I like to give away 10 frags from the 300. And I do that every month, the very first live stream of every month. And if you want to be a part of that, you can send me proof of service via the DD214 or your military ID to fishofhex@gmail.com. Make sure you cross out and blank out your social security number and your date of birth because I don't need that. All right, so we are here. Let me go ahead and turn this joker off. All right, and this is all the names. Okay, so let me go ahead and make sure I got all of them here. We have 49 veterans in this week's or month's pool. So let me go ahead and click it. Hopefully it's a name that I can pronounce. If not, then I'm going to pretend I do. No, and then we'll be good to go. Of course it is. Marcus, congratulations. Is it the same Marcus that's always talking in here? Okay, well, there's a Marcus Reef. Is it him? Is it him? Oh, it is him. Sweet. Yeah, hit me up. Email me, bro. Brotowski. Congratulations. You just got yourself 10 frags. With a minimum purchase of $500. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, just hit me up, man. I'll get that out to you. Probably next week, given how many frag packs are going out this week. So next week it will ship. Cool. All right, back to the shit show. I mean, the live stream. Let me get this back going here. All right, so where were we besides the last thing we talked about? I'm me. I'm new. I don't know what to do. Okay, Joe Dirt. I love that movie, by the way. Joe Dirte. That's his name. Joe Dirte. Oh, I love it. Anyways, what camera are you using on your streams? I got some Amazon 4K HD webcam that kind of blows. Yeah. For one, webcams are just creepy. Just want to clarify that. I'm using my cell phone for live streams. It's a Galaxy S10 Plus. Some shit like that. Yeah, so it's a Galaxy S10 Plus. Yep. And I use that for my live streams and pretty much a video recording everything besides like when you can actually see the color of the tank. I use a different cell phone with a filter on it that has pro mode, which this one doesn't. So, yep. Oh, that's not you? Oh, okay. Okay, well, hopefully the cooler Marcus will reach out to me and get his free coral. Moving on. Are we still talking? Oh, okay. Got a 6-line in QT that loves BRS extra small pellets. Okay. All right. Sammy came in with the answer to the guy with the RAS problem that's probably gonna die. So, or girl, whatever it is. Okay, we're still talking about that. All right, moving down. Yeah, my DKH after a water change is 9.9. Let's say 2 days later it goes up to 12 to 13. This past weekend, I switched from Fritz RPM blue box to Red Sea blue bucket. So hopefully I will get better results. The best thing you need to do, or what you should have done, is make a batch of salt water and test the alkalinity of that batch. And then you'll test your tank before you do your water change. And then you'll see the difference between the water change and the tank. And then when you do your water change, you could test again in like 24 hours and kind of see where you're at. So, yeah, I would say, I mean, are you testing? Is that the soonest you're testing is after your water change is 12 to 13 ppm? I would tell you right now, I've had Fritz Blue Box for a long time. And I don't just say that because they give me salt. I've had it for a very long time. And, I've never had alkalinity at 12 to 13. Maybe their red box, which is actually supposed to have a higher alk, but I've never seen 12 to 13. So with that being said, I would double check your test kits. I don't know what method you're using, Keith, but I would double check just in case because that seems abnormally high. Like I think the highest I've ever had was like a 9.5 maybe. I would say, yeah, that I've tested. And I test every couple boxes just to kind of see where things are at. But yeah, just food for thought on that. Yeah, don't get me started on this topic. Because we can go down that road if you want. We can. If you guys really want to know. You know something, I'm not doing that. I'll try to find some garlic. I got a video on how to make your own garlic extract. Back way, if you've QD or is that, are you trying to trick me? QD. If you've been here, if you're just getting here, if you go back to like my closet videos, and that's not before I came out of the closet, that was while I was actively in the closet working. And now I'm in a basement. But if you watch those videos, I have one on how to make your own garlic extract, or you can just look up fish effects and garlic. You should pop up. But yeah. Matt, the Senai Reef par meter will get you the ballpark cheaper, but have use the laptop. Yeah, it gets you kind of where you need to go. I did it with a 300. I've done it with pretty much every tank that I've set up. Is use the Senai Reef, and I've had zero issues with it. You just kind of want to make sure you're not putting an SPS in 100 par, right? And vice versa. You don't want to put your Chalice or your Lobo that really likes lower par at like 500. So that's kind of what you're doing. You're just getting guesstimate average ranges where you can put the core where you think will be appropriate. In the basement, but still in the closet. Okay, we can go off on this if you want right now, Andrea. We can do this. All right, listen. No, I'm not. No, I'm not, because I'm going to get demonetized. Never mind. Moving on. I'm trying to pay bills here. Not can lose my channel. What's a good external CO2 reactor? You can make your own. I got a video on that too. Man, I'm telling you, I got a ton of videos. Check that out. Make your own. It's cheaper. Still works. Now I'm thinking, okay. Marcus Reef, is it worth it if I only have LPS core? Didn't I just answer this question? Matt, you're in my live stream. I just answered this question for you. Marcus doesn't know shit. Just because he keeps talking the whole live stream doesn't mean he knows what he's talking about. I'm the only one who talks the whole live stream and thinks he knows what he's talking about. Let's just clarify that for everybody in here. So Matt, see previous answer. Marcus, do you, bro? Anyways, okay, here we go. Speaking of Marcus, all right, moving down. The background should be your current tank. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, we'll do that. Never. When it grows out, we will. I'll see you in a couple years, Brotowski, on that one. But yeah, I like this background. I like seeing what I used to have. Kind of like, okay, we're not doing that. I'm definitely in the mood, Andrea. That's for sure. Yes, still worth it. Good to know where you're at. So lights never reason to lose coral. Yeah. Okay. By the way, this is at 8:16. We're at 8:28, so I'm a little bit behind here. All right. What's your go-to nitrates and phosphates? My own. Fishofhex.com supplements. Check it out. It's pretty good stuff. Oh wait, there was a live streamer. What's his name? Oh my god, who's that? Who's that dude who never shuts the fuck up on the live stream guy? Who the hell is? I can't remember his name. It's probably not worth remembering, anyways. But he gave me a shout out. I heard that he gave me a shout out on my NO3 and PO4. Awesome stuff, man. I love when people always talk positively about my my supplements. I really do appreciate that. I can't remember his name. Oh my god, I know he's a king of something. King of fucking slacking or something. I don't remember. Something like that. Either way, thanks for the shout out, bro. Don't be hating. Okay. Great. Thanks. I'll do. There we go. Let me scroll down here. Down at Bike Week in Daytona. Hope all the automation pays off. Neighbor just has to feed his fish once a day back home in Texas. Yeah, next week. Yeah, I'm surprised you had money to drive anywhere. Yeah, it's pretty awful right now. I just started walking more. It's pretty good. So I think I'm just going to keep doing that. Let's see here. 7.4 elk, 497 calcium. What could have caused the imbalance? I mean, it could be your salt. It could be whatever method you are using to dose calcium alkalinity. It's not equal. Sometimes the uptake is different. I know various corals. I know there's certain corals and certain clams and certain things that you have in your tank that consume more than one than the other. But overall, I mean, that imbalance is not horrible, to be honest with you. And if you really want to just pay attention to something, just pay attention to your alkalinity. Fuck all with calcium. Who cares about it? I mean, it's there. It's part of the water column, but alkalinity is probably the one you should be focusing on. I can't remember the last time I test calcium myself. I think, does it try to test that? I don't know. I think it does. But yeah, don't worry about it. Just make sure your alkalinity stays stable. Okay, here we go with the C-cum again. No, it's not available on the website. I can't. Yeah, you guys can just read stuff. That's fine. Okay, so this is before we went to our giveaway. Would you trust almost any Sano? I can't even say that. I'm not smart enough to say that whole word. I don't know. I have to Google it before I can even answer this question. Have you heard of people having trouble with certain ones? Motherfucker, you're gonna make me Google it. Now I'm gonna have to get the Google translator out to say it for me because I'm fucking retarded. You know, behind all these great looks, there's not a lot of brains. I just gotta remind you guys. I can't even spell it. Reef. Let me look it up. What we got? You can't just say fucking super glue. Oh, really? Oh, you're one of those guys. Vince, really? You can't just say super glue like a normal fucking human being. You made me, I had to Google that because I'm too retarded to know that that's super glue. That's called a setup. Fuck you, James. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, moving down. Okay. All right. When I was battling Dino, my PO4 tested 0, so I started dosing Neophos by what the direction said. And after a few days, I tested 0. Any ideas why my PO4 never went up? Because you're not using Fish of Hex PO4 supplement, which is more concentrated, more awesome, and has proven to grow hair on your nuts. So go to fishofhex.com and dose the good stuff. Actually, realistically, you know, if you really want an answer, your tank is probably just consuming what you're dosing in there, and you should probably just keep dosing or increasing your dose slowly over time. It'll eventually start reading on there, and then at some point, it's going to plateau, and you got to stop dosing that much because the tank is going to be balanced out. So there you go. There's your answer. Or you can just go to fishofx.com and buy the good stuff. Anyways, I was honest, but Andrea was going to rat me out anyway. Oh, or hiding people's messages. I guess I missed it. I didn't get to see. Oh, okay. All right. What do you do regarding trace elements for your tank? Just an ICP test and make corrections according to the ICP. Well, I do the ICP every 3 to 4 or 5 months, something like that, depending on when I remember to buy one. But so I've done a video on everything that I dose the tank, which it's probably been a while since I've done that. I should probably do an update. But either way, I have a kind of a supplement line that I dose. And I just go off of the basic water volume, the overall water volume of the tank, and the recommendations on the supplements. And then I just do an ICP test to kind of see what might be lagging or missing or what's not low or what's too high. I've yet to have to make any kind of corrections. I know back when I was like back in the 125, I had to make some corrections on certain things. But with the 300, with the Fritz salt, and with the current dosing that I have, I don't really have to make any adjustments. So yeah, I'll get you guys a video on that once, you know, kind of get through this little mini series of restarting the 300. I'll get you guys a video on all that stuff. I ain't no snitch. You gotta do yourself. Yeah, there we go. Blame it on the salt, man. All right. I'm planning on setting up an independent grow out tub. Do you need to? Okay, can't read. Do you need to drill it or put a sump under it, or can I section off parts with a skimmerfuge? I would just drill it, man, because the tub is going to warp, is going to bend. It's just going to be a pain in the ass. I would say just drill it and just put like a 40 breeder underneath, something simple, and put all your stuff there. Plus it gives you more to grow out in. You don't have all that crap. So yeah, just drill it. It's not that bad. I got a video on drilling that, by the way. Who would have thought? He came out of the closet and into the basement. True story. Yeah. Yep. I'm going to stay in the basement based on modern women. I'm just going to stay in the basement. It's easier that way. Anyways, also got to say, the red and green chalice you have on the website that I got a couple months ago has awesome colors. It's super vibrant under a Tinix and looks really good even in daylight. Yeah, the red and green. Yeah, I have a little bit of that left. It's actually growing out on the disc right now. Yeah, I like that chalice too. The Hollywood Stunner chalice is one of my favorite ones too, but it has really long sweeper tentacles, which make it just not fun to have in a SBS tank. Hey brother, made it tonight. Hope all is well. It is going very well, Seth. Thanks for asking. Yeah, it's been an interesting stream. I think we're doing pretty good. No. I don't. I've never interacted with that guy before. I mean, I used to watch his stuff back when I did freshwater a long time ago. Hey Travis, just hopped in. I'm a little late. Well, don't worry, Austin. You didn't miss anything. Besides our veterans giveaway, you can go back and check that out. But all the other stuff around it, not important. Not important at all. Calcium is also a massive pain to test. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Trident does it. I don't know why. I keep saying pretty sure when I can just click a button right here and verify. I'm almost positive it does. But yeah, I don't test calcium on my own. I pay attention. Yeah, it does do calcium. But yeah, I just alkalinity seems to be my thing. Alkalinity and magnesium. As long as those two are where they should be and they're stable, I'm not really concerned. And speaking of that, I should probably add some magnesium. What am I at? I'm at 1355. So yeah, I should probably add some mag to the system. Yeah, I'll do that. I will do that. If you guys are wondering, yes, I did dial down the calcium reactor. I actually dialed it down a little bit, and I haven't added any media in quite a while, just letting it kind of burn up because I knew I was going to pull out the coral from the tank and with all the stuff that sold. So I just basically, the calcium reactor is still working, but my alkalinity is at like 9.45, which is 9.5 essentially. So it's pretty good. Okay. I have some fish that are less reef safe. A foxface, aptasia filefish, and pygmy angel, and something started eating my zoas. What would most likely be the filefish? Yeah, I just pulled one out of my tank for that reason. That little joker ate 99% of my Sunny D's, which are just finally starting to come back. Yeah, that thing's cool. I just liked the way he looked, and I actually caught the eel trying to eat the filefish, and he couldn't get it in his mouth because of like the shape of the fish and like the spikes and all that stuff. So the eel just swam around with a filefish in his mouth for like 2 hours and then finally spit him out. And then the fish is just swimming around like nothing happened. I wish I could say the same for all the tanks that he ate. But yeah, so he's in a different tank, the filefish, because that is definitely what's eating the zoas for sure. They're pretty obvious about it too. I mean, just watch the tank for half a day, you'll see it. Let's see here. I missed it. Only works if you dip your boys in the tank. I don't know, I'm missing something. Didn't you just start doing more calc? How's that been doing? All right, so I took the calc offline because the dose pump actually took a dump on me, and I got to send that pump in to get fixed, which actually worked out given the fact that I sold like 80% of the coral I own. So, yeah. So I'm just letting the calcium reactor do its thing now. I'm not really doing much more than just making sure that stays stable. And as things grow and the tank grows out, and of course the discs grow out, all that stuff, I'll have to make adjustments as we did before when we ran it. Oh, spam bot been happening a lot lately. Cool. Spam bots. What is he spamming? Just fun.fyi. Huh. Okay. Does anybody know what that means? I'm sure Vincent does. He knows everything apparently. There we go. Speaking of the devil, I said whatever because that's how you know what kind of super glue is used in the hobby. I don't think you can use other types of super glue, but I could be wrong. Something. If it's gel and it's super glue, I use it. If it's just the liquid stuff that doesn't do shit, I don't use that. That's about all the science that I need. I'm a pretty simple man, to be honest with you, Vince. But I appreciate you coming in here and teaching us something today. Thanks for answering my question. You the man, Travis. I'm pretty sure I gave you a sarcastic asshole answer, but I could be wrong. But hey, you're welcome, dude. Oh, here we go. More knowledge from Vincent, guys. I'll call it CA glue so you can pronounce it. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I love when people dumb stuff down for me. Like it's just That's exactly what I need in my life right now. You know something? Are you a modern woman? No. Okay, here we go. All right, moving down. It happened to meet you. Firefish ate my toes. Yep. Yep. You recommended the Hannah Elk checker to me on the stream a while back. One of the best reefing purchases I ever made. Awesome, Larry. Glad you like it, man. Yeah, alkalinity. As long as you, I mean, a lot of people get all worried about pH and calcium and all these other like ICP tests and all these crazy things trying to balance everything and be perfect. Listen, just make sure your alkalinity is stable. Make sure your magnesium is where it should be, the appropriate range, 1350 to 1450, and keep your alkalinity stable. You'll be good. You'll be real good, especially if you have an SBS tank. Also vouching for the filefish being the little bugger. Yeah. I had one that would eat my Goni, Exenia, Duncans, long tentacle, fungi, GSP. Love the personality and look of the fish, though. Yeah, I mean, the personality and the look, yeah, not too bad. I just wanted something different in the tank, to be honest with you. I didn't, he was a free fish, and I just wanted something different, but he went ham on all my zoas, and he didn't eat the ones that I wanted him to eat, though. Not the ones that were like smothering my corals. Just the cool looking ones in the corner that were minding their own business. Do you trust live aquaria quarantine procedures? I don't trust anybody's quarantine procedures except for my own. And half the time, you know, they're all right, right? You know, we all get impatient sometimes. But either way, you should quarantine your own stuff. It's going to be cheaper. You know what's going on. You don't have to worry about cross contamination. You don't have to worry about people skipping steps. You know exactly what's up. Congrats on your success and mentioning the closet videos made me laugh, but it really shows how long it's been and how far you've grown. Those old videos helped me a lot most when I started my first tank. Yeah, I really miss making videos like that back when things were simpler. But no, I mean, my goal now is I guess we can go off onto some random stuff now. There's a lot of changes. And like I mentioned before, there's been a lot of changes in my life over the last year and a half. And at this point, my priorities are, let's just say sometimes they get distracted. Okay. Just I get distracted by things sometimes. So my goal is to just kind of really get back into the video stuff. I really miss making normal, basic, just content. That's why I started the Q&A series, because it was kind of like, hey, I've really been away. I've never been in front of the camera, and I figured, hey, I'll try something new. So that was the first thing I did. So I started doing that. It's pretty good. It's easy content. I can get it out, answer questions, good to go. But I really want to get back to like the voiceover stuff, which you guys will get quite a bit of that during this overhaul series of the 300. But I want to get back to the stuff that I enjoy making, just like restarting the 300. This is my opportunity to start liking my reef tank again, even though I'm starting from the beginning. So it's all kind of just the process of moving in the right direction. And, like I said, over the next year or 2 years, I'm going to use this opportunity to kind of get myself back in the right direction before everything went down with the custody stuff. So moving back towards the goals that I had before that, and just kind of, being happy, because life is too short to not be happy. So, and, jujitsu. Can't forget that. I really like that. So I'm doing lots of that. But yeah, I got electrocuted in that closet. I think, I don't know if you remember that, Reef and Chill. I got jacked up in that closet. I remember too. So if you guys, it was a story time, I suppose. If you guys remember the Zeobit system, well, that was in that closet, right? And I had one overflow, and I had a big old snail in there. Well, that big old snail decided to plop its giant snail body on top of the overflow, and it overflowed the tank and filled up the floor with water, ran down, got into the outlet, like the power strip on the bottom. And I heard the sound of the water, and I was like, oh, that's not good. So it was just right next to the living room. So I walked in to that closet and got immediately electrocuted, like to the point where my ex was like, oh my God. And then we had to go to the hospital because I was super jacked up from getting electrocuted. I'm not talking about your regular Joe Schmo, like, oh, I stuck my dick in the outlet kind of electrocuted. I'm talking about full on, oh my God, I'm about to die electrocuted, and shot across the room, kind of like I felt like the guy in Home Alone, like the skeleton guy, where he's like screaming and he turns into a skeleton. That was my life for a millisecond. It was a long millisecond, but either way, a lot happened in that closet, and almost dying is on the list. So good days. Anyways, hey bro, what do you know about Tropic Marine All for Reef? I know nothing that at all, honestly. I've been trying to properly figure out my daily dose usage, but I understand calcium citrate can take 24 hours to take effect. Okay, so if you know that it takes that long, then kind of do your test based off of that. Okay, so do one a little while after you dose, and then do one 24 hours later and see what the difference may be. If it goes up, then you know it took longer for it to take effect. Now, when it comes to anything, you have to test consistently at the same times, dose the same times, the same amounts, and then you can really start to see what your tank is consuming, and then you can make a judgment call on that. Now, when it comes to starting any new dosing regimen or anything new in general, you should probably start slow. So it's better to underdose than to overdose. You can always add more to the tank opposed to trying to take it out, right? So I would start slow. And because it does take a little bit longer for it to take effect, you can do double test early on and then 124 hours later to see what the difference might be. That's my recommendation. How are you liking the new hybrid setup for your lights on the display? That setup is the same as it was before. It's the same thing. Nothing with the 300 has changed lighting wise or equipment wise. Everything's the same. I've only removed fish, coral, and rock and replaced all of them. So yeah, the setup is the same though. But either way, yeah, the hybrid T5 Radeon setup is my go-to. It would be a Kessel T5 setup would be if I was to use Kessel. So yeah, it's just kind of my thing. I like T5s. Bro, I just bought a Red Sea Max 130D with Rody, a booster pump, Tunzi oscillator, Hanna testers pump, coral for $100. Jeez, did somebody die and they were just trying to get rid of it? How the hell did you get that deal? Did you kill somebody and then give them $100 because you felt bad? I mean, what? Were they retarded? Can you say retarded? Nope, you can't say retarded. You get demonetized for that. Were they a leftist? I don't know. Okay, all right, moving on. All right, love your setup. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. I just accused you of murder, but I appreciate you. Nothing worse than penis electrocution. Okay, right into that. Thanks, Marcus. I just mentioned that I got demonetized, and then you put stuff up here, and then I read it before, and by the time it gets out of my mouth, it's already too late. Might as well start over. Marcus says nothing worse than penis electrocution. I would think. Yeah, it's probably not good. That would probably suck. Anyways. Awesome. Reboot the 300. Well, maybe having a... Oh, God. Andrea, you are the moderator, and you're supposed to be a female. So why don't you represent your species / whatever you guys are and do something good because the rest of you aren't. Okay? You are one of like 1,000 that are normal. The other 99,999 are fucking retarded. I can't say that word again. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, if you guys want to know if something's bothering me, then there's a pretty good hint right there, right? Anyways, are the lights in the Red Sea 130D good for coral? I don't know. I'm going to look it up. You know, just for you, man. I'll look it up. Since you said my tank looks cool. All right, let me look it up. I always hesitate to ever type anything to Google that has the letter D in it. Just because D. Oh, I know your brain works differently, honey. I know. Okay, let me see what this thing looks like here. Images. Okay, so it's an all-in-one 130D. Well, I'm not seeing enough here on it to really tell you. It doesn't. I'm not seeing anything with the lighting. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff I'd have to read to go through. There's like a user manual. I can't do that right now. I would say if it's LEDs, it's probably good enough. If it's T5s, it's probably good enough. If it's those little strips of LEDs that have like a spot every once in a while with a blue every once in a while, it's probably not good enough. So that's all I got for you right now, buddy. Marcus says, definitely looking forward to seeing the 300 grow out again. Yeah, me too. Definitely. Yeah, I'm just trying to got to adjust my business, like I mentioned before, because yeah, there's the coral. I mean, even though I got tubs of coral, it's just like you don't want to be selling stuff when you're trying to grow. You know what I mean? Was a doctor. He didn't want it anymore. Oh, okay. Was a doctor. Okay, cool. All right. Well, it's good that you didn't murder anybody for a fish tank. Andrea is dang good point. Was on Reef to Reef. I stumbled across it. Cool. Do you ship your 3D printed parts to Canada? I do not. I do ship them to the border of the United States. And if you got a friend of a friend who can give you that stuff, that's always a possibility, I guess. I don't know. I don't ship outside the United States at the moment. I'd be terrified to ship outside the United States right now, because realistically, I can barely keep up on the orders within the United States. If y'all started buying stuff around the world, I'd be super screwed. I mean, I'd be thankful. Don't get me wrong. I'd be really thankful for the opportunity to print some stuff for you. But I just don't have the resources right now or the printers. God, I couldn't even imagine. Oh man. Ugh. I mean, someday I'll have 50 to 60 printers, and I'll have somebody just, that's all they do. They just do printer stuff all day. And then we can expand around the world, and we can sell dicks to people all over the world, and just be great. Just not right now. Oh, we're almost done. We got 9 minutes left of this. Can reducing nitrates too quickly kill corals? Yes. What about phosphates? Yes. Reducing them too quickly? Yes. Yes to all that. If you reduce too quickly, you can definitely kill your coral for sure. Any experience with Reef Flux fluconazole? I had a buddy who used it, and it worked out fine, but it is a Band-Aid solution. You need to get your shit together. So don't expect it to fix all your problems. Darren says, hey, Travis, how's it going? First time I did not receive a notification. That sucks. Well, I'm glad you're here, though. Everyone's kissing Andrea's ass tonight. I don't know why. I'm the one running the show over here. She's just blurting out shit. Is T5 the tank? Yeah, they should be fine then. Probably not for like high-end SPS, but you're probably good for most LPS and beginner SPS. It would be better if it was the 1,000 gallon. Yeah, you're telling me, Terry. I wish it was. Listen, I mean, the 1,000 is coming. It's just not coming anytime soon. Life, sometimes it gets in the way. Sometimes life gets in the way. Oh, here we go. He only busts my balls because he loves me. Yes, that's true. That's true. We are besties. She's the only girlfriend that I have that I've never slept with. So that's cool, right? Because it works out. Anyways, I don't know if I should be revealing that kind of information on a live stream, but here we go. Off the rails as usual. That is correct. Thank you. The rail's broken. Yeah. What rail? Okay, guys. Thanks. Anyways, we're almost done with this shit show because I got stuff to do. Can't wait to see the growth of the new tank. Yeah, me either, Brandon. Hey, by the way, my brother's name is Brandon, just in case anybody's known. He called me today. Yeah, he was just in a whole nother world, and he was talking some weird shit. So, and he needed somebody to entertain him. So here I am. Does Triton offer methods contain motherfucking ass? Does Triton other methods contain all the necessary trace elements? It does. I don't know the answer to that. I heard good things about that, though, but that's about the best answer I can give you. Where are you located? What state? I'm in Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Yep. What are the best times of day to dose every hour? Right now, I'm dosing my daily amount all at once. Well, if you're dosing alkalinity and calcium, I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. At night is the best time to dose alkalinity, and calcium would be during the day. But what I like to do is I just spread out all of them through 24-hour period. That way you just have it dosing all the time. And of course, not continually dosing. Set your amount and intervals based on every hour, every 2 hours, depending on how much you're dosing. And I know with the dose, you can set it up to dose like 3 milliliters every 4 minutes or something like that, depending on what you got. But either way, ideally, if you're trying to keep your pH elevated, you would dose your alkalinity at night because that would help. But other than that, if you don't care about your pH, then dose it whenever. But it doesn't really matter. When it comes to raising my nutrients, cause my NO3 and PO4 are zero. Should I raise the PO4 first, or should I dose both at different times of the day? Just dose them at the same damn time in different spots of the tank, and then just test 24 hours later when you haven't fed around any period of time. You haven't fed any time close to dosing. I know I mentioned this in one of my videos on how to dose nitrates and phosphates. Just make sure when you're dosing at the same time every day, and you're testing at the same time every day. And again, you don't want feeding or anything like that around the testing time, because you're going to get false readings. So just keep that in mind. I have held back a lot of good comments. Yeah, I believe that. The trigger comment. So he'll say something, and then he'll get me to go off on a 5-minute tangent, and then completely mess the whole stream up. And then we'll come back. I'll get organized and start answering questions, and he'll say something else again, and then send me off to freaking La La Land. It's like playing fetch. I'm coming back. Sometimes I go pretty far. Yeah. If anybody wants to know what DM her means, you find her at Caffeinated Reefer on Instagram. All right, thank God we're at the end of the comment section, and we're done. If anybody got anything else, we got like 4 minutes left, technically. All right, so if you guys got anything else in the next 4 minutes, I'd be happy to answer your questions. Other than that, I think we're done. Have we accomplished anything tonight? Besides my neighbors thinking I talk to myself all the time because the window is cracked and they can probably hear me, and there's nobody else here. Let's see what else we got here. Which program do you use for 3D printing? As in to make them or slice them? I use the Prusa slicer to slice them, and I use Fusion 360 to make everything. And I appreciate the support. I love the stream too, Terry. Thank you. Do we ever accomplish anything? No, we do not. But I appreciate every one of you guys being here, because you could be somewhere else on Monday night. You could have friends and family, and you could be doing things and living your best lives, but you choose to be here with me in all my glory. So I appreciate it. I'm going to hopefully Marcus will reach out to me for the coral. Again, if you are a veteran and you're not part of the giveaway yet, hit me up. I'll add you. Also, I offer a 20% lifetime discount for all veterans, again, with proof of service on the website. Yeah, if you guys want that. Also, there's videos coming out for the 300. I'm going to be making some stuff tomorrow and then posting throughout the week. Okay. And that's it. I don't think there's anything else here to make them. And thank you. Cool. Yep. Okay, cool. What's your backlog on 3D items right now? I'm 142 orders in queue for 3D printing. That's not even a joke. That's not a joke. I mean, I love the support, but that's a lot of orders. We're good though. We're good. I got 3 printers down. I'm fixing them tonight once I get off this shit show, and then we'll be back to normal. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I love it. Anyways, guys, that's it. Appreciate you being here. I really do. And thanks for dealing with me. Because, I get moody sometimes. And I just say shit. And tonight's one of those nights. So it is what it is. All right, guys. I'll see you later.